Okay, so yeah, they're really collapsing in, aren't they?
Right.
Um,
So the end's collapsing inside. The play side backer, he's he's coming straight downhill.
mm,
So with that look right there, and then my tackle was good enough to just seal him inside.
yeah,
So with that, I know I'm going outside. I'm bouncing. I'm going to have to bounce it outside.
right. But like prior to the play, if it's inside zone, you're thinking, oh, this is going to be a run between the tackles, right? So that's where you have to think
Absolutely.
up on the fly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So yeah, the goal of this play isn't to. You typically never bounce it outside
yeah,
inside zone, but what the I'm always taught what the defense gives, you got to take it. So
okay.
I'm just getting what I can get on this.
Yeah, I think my fear would be that a coach would call an inside zone and then you still get decent yardage, but because you didn't run it inside, they'll say, "Oh, we told you to do that." Like I think in soccer, Pep Guardiola is a famous soccer manager, and even if you score a goal, if you were out of position in doing so, he'll be annoyed at you. Have you ever had some problems with coaches where you have a great result, but you didn't execute the way the coach wanted, and the coach will chew you out for it?
Uh, I wouldn't say chew out. I would say um, it just depends on the result. So
Right.
if the result is, I get an explosive run or 10 yards plus. Or like I remember I had a coach and I would I would always I would always bounce inside zone.
Okay.
But whenever, not always, but I did it pretty often, more than he would want me to.
Okay.
And he told me, he was like, if you're gonna do that, you better get at least 10 to 15 yards each time.
Okay.
And I kept, every time I did it, I would either break for a really long run or I would go score. So
Okay.
it got to a point where my coach just came up to me and was like, "Hey, whatever you're doing, it's working. So just keep doing it."
Okay.
And I was able to get the green light. So
Yeah.
there's definitely been instances where the coach didn't necessarily agree with how I got the result that I got,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, you can't argue with results.
Mm.
So, and I feel like that's like a very complicated thing with playing running back. You can't, running back isn't as simple as draw a line, run through here, everything's going to be okay. It's a
Yeah.
lot of it's a lot of just instincts and what you know what your training has been like. So if you've been focusing on juking and making people miss, all that's going to show when you're in the heat of battle.
Yeah.
And you know I like to practice getting vertical and putting my foot in the ground and being like a slasher type of back.
Right.
And I feel like that shows when you put the film on and you see when I'm in the heat of battle.
Hey y'all, if you want to watch the full interview with DeMontre Tuggle, then check out my website, link in the channel bio. Thank you.